Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Domrick, man. And look, I know I might sound like a broken record at this point, bro, but when it comes to 2K, y'all already know the mid-range game is highly undervalued, highly underutilized, and I get it. 3 is worth more than 2, so I get it. I'm not knocking nobody, but when I hear a lot of people talk about the mid-range shot in 2K, it's disgusting. It's like, why would you take that? You took a midi, you taking 2s. So the mid-range game has kind of become a lost art, not only in 2K, but in real life as well. But the reality is every elite shot creator has an exceptional mid-range game, whether you're talking about from Kobe to Michael Jordan, Devin Booker, Kyrie, the list goes on. And although in 2K, it seems like a lot of people just either shoot a 3 or go and dunk the ball, having a solid mid-range game is going to open up a lot of opportunities for dunks or even shooting 3s too. Now this build right here is an absolute god from the mid-range, man, I'm telling you. And because it fits my playstyle so well, it's a ton of fun to play on. But the funny thing about it is, I actually had this build on the shelf. Like, I stopped playing on it for a little bit. I actually made it on day 1. This is one of my day 1 builds. But then I started playing on that KD build and I kind of grinded that one out first. But look, when I saw the level 40 reward for this season with the core badge patterns and all that, it made me think about how crazy the badges on this build would be if I finished grinding the build out. So I had to go ahead and finish it off, man. And look, I've been having some crazy fun on this build, bro. But I got a question for y'all. How many people do y'all know with a build that has a higher midi rating than 3-ball? Because me personally, bro, I could probably only think of like 1 or 2 people. Most people just have like a higher 3-ball and like the mid-range somewhere in the low 70s or something like that. But when I was making this build, I was thinking more of like a Steph Curry type of build, right? But the thing is, in order to get Hall of Fame blinders, I needed to have a 94 midi. I didn't want to go for a 97 3-ball. I felt like that's gonna cost too much. And at the time, I felt like I didn't really need it. But when I tell y'all that 94 midi is different, bro, I mean, sometimes I feel like I can't even miss. And like I said, the only reason why I even put it that high was to get Hall of Fame blinders. But look, that was like a blessing in disguise, bro, because that 94 rating is really different. And look, let me tell y'all, with that blinders on Hall of Fame and taking these mid-range dribble pull-ups, these defenders are really gonna have their work cut out for them, bro, because look, if you end up on the side or behind at all, you're done for. Now, normally on builds that I've made earlier in the year, I'd have things that I'd go back and do differently or things that I'd like to change and stuff like that. But to be honest, if I was to make this build again, bro, I don't think I'd do it any differently. And that's a wild thing to say for a day 1 build, because y'all know how it is, bro. On day 1, you don't really know much about what's going on with the game. And usually after you get some experience playing the game, you figure out things that you might want to change in your build. Y'all know how it is, but I've been playing on this build a lot these past couple weeks, man, and I just been enjoying the build as it is, man. But look, enough talking. Let me get into the build and show y'all what I got. So look, as y'all can see, the build is called a sharpshooting shot creator. I'm currently at 98 overall, and I would max the build out, but as y'all can see, I'm low on the VC because I've been spending all my VC on this other build that I'm making. But this build right here is pretty much done anyway. I don't need much more. I got my driving layup, I got all my shooting maxed out, my playmaking maxed out. The block would be cool to have, but in reality, I'm not gonna get that many blocks anyway. But look, man, as y'all can see, the build does not have any drive and dunk on it. But y'all know how I feel about drive and dunk on a build like this one right here. I'm not really gonna need to go dunk the ball that often. But in the event that I do find myself at the rim, y'all can see I went with the 87 driving layup. And by now, y'all know that's gonna give me acrobat gold if I wanna use it. Fearless finisher on gold as well. And now I know I said I wouldn't change anything earlier, but now looking at it, the only thing I'd probably change is I'd go with the 88 driving layup, because that 88 is gonna allow me to unlock the long athlete layup package, and that's one of the best layup packages in the game if you ask me. Now, as far as the shooting on the build, I ain't really gotta say too much. As you can see, 94 midi, 92 Trae ball, so wherever I want to shoot from on the court, it's gonna be money. Now, as far as the playmaking goes, y'all know my philosophy. When I'm making shooting guards, I don't really care about pass accuracy, and that's not to downplay the importance of having the attribute, because y'all know I like to go at least 86 on most of my guard builds. But when I'm making a shooting guard build like this, you're gonna have to sacrifice somewhere, and I feel like a 70 is good enough. It's not great, but it will get the job done, as y'all know. Now, the crazy thing about this build is that it does not get Hall of Fame quick first step. Usually on a small guard like this, the 6'3", 6'4", and under, you're gonna have your Hall of Fame quick first step. But For some reason, I decided not to go with it, and honestly, I don't regret it. I haven't had any problems getting open or moving the way I want to move, so it is what it is. And if I was to go with the Hall of Fame quick first step, I probably would have lost some shooting, and really, I don't want to sacrifice any of that. And defensively, as you can see, it's like the bare minimum because look, it's a day one build. I didn't want to be out there without any defense at all. So, you know, I try to play it safe, 60 perimeter, 60 steal, and it's really not that bad. Considering the kind of offense that I have on this build, the defense that I get is good enough for me. I'll live with it. Now, when it comes to the badges on this build, bro, this is what makes it insane right here. As you can see, I got the double shooting core pattern on. So with that, I'm able to core blinders on Hall of Fame, Agent 3s on gold. And as you can see, I got everything in tier 3 at least on gold, man. And because I only get 12 finishing badges, I'm not really worried about coring anything there. I'm not going to be able to core anything in tier 3 or nothing like that. So I'm really not losing out on anything. Now, like I said, if I was to make the build again, I'd probably make it the same way. But I'm going to get into the build and I'm going to show y'all a different way you can make it so you can get some more SIGs, you know what I mean? Get that long athlete and all that. So unlike my build that has an 87, this one gets an 88 driving layup. The shooting's still the same, still get the 94 midi, 92 3-ball. Pass accuracy still gonna stay at a 70, but as you can see, you get a 90 ball handle instead of the 86. So you would get that Hall of Fame quick first step, and you'd also have access to more dribble moves and SIGs and all of that. So yeah, man, it's just another way you can make it. But look, now I'm gonna give y'all my SIGs and the jumper that I'm running on this build. Now look, if y'all don't use any of these SIGs at all, try out this Kyrie Irving pull-up because I'm telling you, it's crazy. Now, the first time I used it and labbed it, I wasn't really feeling it. But look, I was hooping with one of my boys one day, man, and he was killing with the midi pull-up. I was like, yo, what pull-up is that? He said, Kyrie. I was like, what? But I said, bet, I'm gonna give it a second chance, and I've been using it ever since, man. And look, there's a couple different animations in it with different timings, so I'd advise you, equip it, get in the gym, Gatorade facility, Pro-Am Arena, wherever you want to practice at, and get a few reps in with it. Now, I'm gonna give y'all my jumper too, but honestly, man, I can't tell you the last time I took a regular jump shot, man. This Kyrie pull-up got me acting different. But look, feel free to equip this jumper right here, man, and let me know if it works for you. Be sure to let me know in the comments what y'all think about the build. As always, y'all already know I appreciate all the support on the videos, man. If you ain't following me on Twitter, be sure to give me a follow at BeLikeDime. And y'all know I got more builds and more gameplay coming on the way, so stay tuned, man. But until then, y'all stay up, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.